Hello and welcome to another reading vlog. So basically, I thought I would do a little like how much I read in a week realistically reading vlog with you because I'm currently on maternity leave. I haven't had my baby yet, but I have started my maternity leave because basically a little bit confusing, but I have like a part-time job where I work 2 days a week and that's like an employed job. So I'm on maternity leave now from that job, but I'm also self-employed, got my own like art business, and I'm still kind of doing that at the moment until I give birth pretty much. So I'm sort of like half on maternity leave, half not. I thought I'd let you spend a week with me and I'll just show you what I read in a kind of realistic how much I read in a week pretty much. So it's currently Thursday, I think it's the 20th of February. I will film this video from this Thursday till next Thursday so I can show you how much I read in exactly 1 week. And it's currently 10 o'clock in the morning and I'm just about to get on with some of my artwork. But while I do my artwork, I quite often listen to an audiobook or I watch YouTube videos or I watch Netflix, just depends what mood I'm in. But at the moment I'm listening to an audiobook, so that is what I'm going to start off with. I've nearly finished it, so I probably could finish it today to be honest. There we go. All About the Hype by Paige Toon, which is the third book in the Jessie Jefferson series by Paige Toon, which is like a YA series, which kind of links with one of her adult series. This series is okay, but this is the last one, so obviously I'm just sort of listening to them all. They're kind of a bit like guilty pleasure type thing. It's basically where this girl finds out that her dad is actually a famous rock star and she goes to meet with him, meet her real dad, which is him obviously, and her life just changes. And yeah, it's just basically about that, but it's like a YA kind of thing. There's like a love triangle going on. They're quite addicting, like they're not great, they're not the best, and they are very, very YA, so I can imagine I would have loved these even more when I was younger, but they're just quite addictive and just easy to listen to. So yeah, I'm going to continue listening to that while doing some artwork, and then later on today I will read the actual book that I'm reading, so I will catch up with you later when I read some of my actual book. I've just finished my audiobook and I'd probably give it like a 3.25 stars or something. Like, as I said, it's an addictive kind of listen and it's easy to listen to, but it's just nothing super special, and I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more if I was younger because it's quite young. But yeah, I did really enjoy it, and now I've completed that whole entire series, so that's good. And the physical book that I'm currently in the middle of is Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez, which is the third and final book in the Friend Zone series by her. Olive, what are you doing? And I really enjoyed the first two books, which was the Friend Zone. Oh my god, got cats just attacking me. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first two books in this series, which was the Friend Zone and the Happily Ever After playlist. I really enjoyed those, and this one I'm currently 136 pages through it and I am enjoying it, but it's just not gripping me as much as the other ones, which is a shame because Abby Jimenez is my favourite like romance author. But yeah, it's okay. Hopefully it will kind of pick up a bit more, but I feel like just nothing really much has happened in those first like 130 pages or whatever. So I will read some more later and see how I get on, but I'm just struggling to get gripped at the minute, so I'm really hoping that changes because I want to enjoy it. Ow! So I'll probably read some more of this later on today. I'm just about to get myself some lunch. I'm gonna get like a chicken wrap and stuff, and then I'm gonna do a little bit more of my artwork I think after lunch, and then I'll probably read or do some colouring. I don't know what. I'm kind of like going between two hobbies at the moment, reading and colouring.
103 L. Yeah, they have a white baseball cap on. Not at the time, but they said they both say mid-20s, kind of light blonde hair, light brown hair. We got them on deck. Looks like
to ignore behind me, I've got all these like bare cushions with no covers on. I'm currently washing all of the sofa cushions ready for baby so that everything's just fresh and that. So none of the cushions on the sofa have covers on at the moment. But anyway, it's now the next day, and yesterday I ended up reading about 80 pages of Life's Too Short, and I'm still not absolutely loving this. Like, it's okay. It's just like an okay romance. I feel like just not much has happened. I didn't even tell you what this is about, but this is about a girl called Vanessa who lives in this little like studio apartment flat. She was left with her sister's baby. Her sister just left, so she's got to look after this baby, and there's this guy called Adrian that lives next door, and he heard like the baby crying all night, and he went round to help her, and he was like, right, hand me your baby, you go have a shower, have some time to yourself, blah blah blah. Which, that would have been a red flag for me. I would not be handing my baby to a random guy, no matter how good looking the guy was. But anyway, forget that. That's sort of how they meet. They've got to know each other, they've got really close to each other, but she doesn't want to be with him because she thinks she's got some condition called ALS, I think it is. I don't know much about it, so I'm kind of learning what it is in the book. But she thinks she's only going to live for like another year or so, so she doesn't want to get into a relationship and that sort of thing. So that's sort of it really. And to be honest, just not much has happened. It's just sort of them hanging out, stuff like that really. So I don't know. This morning I have done a little bit of my artwork, and I'm just going to sit here and read some more now, I think, because I'm having my hair done this afternoon. I'm just having like my roots touched up and stuff. So yeah, this morning I'm just going to sit here and chill with this. And whilst I'm at the hairdressers, because they put bleach on my hair, it takes quite a while for the bleach to work, so I have to sit there for like nearly an hour pretty much just waiting for the bleach to work. So I take my Kindle with me, and I think I'm going to start reading on my Kindle The Boyfriend by Freida Mcfadden, because I downloaded it last month I think for 99p. So I'm going to make sure that it's downloaded onto my Kindle, and then when I go to the hairdressers I can start that one then. So that's my reading plans for the day, is basically I'm going to sit here with this for now, read some more. I'm over halfway. I think I've got like 140 pages left, so I should be able to get a good chunk of it done today and then finish it off tomorrow if I don't finish it today. And then obviously start The Boyfriend by Freida Mcfadden at the hairdressers later. And I also have myself a raspberry leaf tea, which I don't like tea. When you're pregnant from 35 weeks, you're recommended, well it's not recommended, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can start drinking raspberry leaf tea, which is supposed to like ripen your cervix and tone your uterus and stuff, and it's supposed to like make birth a bit easier. So I'm giving it a go anyway. I've been drinking it for like a week and a bit now. I've been having 1 cup a day, and today I'm starting to have 2 cups a day, because I think you can up it so that eventually you're drinking 3 cups a day. But this tea isn't too bad, to be honest. I think I can tolerate this. It's just like normal tea just tastes rubbish. I don't know. But this has like raspberry leaf tea, and then it's got some sort of mint tea in it, and it kind of, it's okay. I can tolerate it. I just feel like with tea, I don't like the feeling of any warm drink really going down my throat. Is that weird? Like, I don't really like the feeling of drinking a warm drink. It just doesn't feel nice to me. Don't know why. Maybe I'm just not used to it. So I'm going to sit here with my tea and my book and just relax for a couple of hours. It did get better. I think I did enjoy it more as the story went on. It just wasn't my favourite of hers. So I'm going to give this a 3.75 stars. And it's nearly lunchtime, but not quite. So I think I'm going to start another book. And I'm kind of feeling something a little bit short still. Something short, not too like, doesn't take too much brain power, because I'm just feeling so tired and groggy, and I've got a bit of a headache. So I might read Without Merit by Colleen Hoover, which is one of Colleen Hoover's backlist that I have not read, and I've had this for ages, so I think it's about time. And it's quite short, it's like 350 pages, so I should be able to get through it quite quickly. But yeah, I'm just going to read a little bit of this now, and I think after lunch I'm also going to make some granola. My homemade granola is better than any shop bought granola, so I'm going to probably show you that as well. I'm going to give this one a go. I have no idea what it's about, so I'm going in it completely blind. Oh, and also I forgot to say that I didn't actually end up reading any of The Boyfriend while I was at the hairdressers yesterday, but I did start it last night when I went to bed. I read like 2 chapters, which was 16 pages, so I barely read any of it, but I'm hooked on it so far. Freida Mcfadden's books are just so easy to get into. It's now evening, hence why I'm in my dressing gown and pyjamas. Just got myself 2 cookies that I made earlier. So I made granola and then I had some like leftover chocolate chips and stuff. So I have made some cookies. So I'm just about to try them in a minute. Hopefully they're good. Earlier I read about almost 100 pages of Without Merit by Colleen Hoover, and it's a very strange story. I'm not really too sure what to think of it. So it's about this girl called Merit, and her family is very bizarre. They live in like a converted church with her dad, her stepmom, and then her actual mum lives in the basement, her sister and some brothers and stuff. It's just a bit weird. I don't really know where the plot's going, to be honest. Because it's Colleen Hoover, it's quite quick and easy to get through. So yeah, I'm just gonna eat my cookies. I think I'm gonna chill and just do some colouring this evening, and then maybe a bit later on I'll pick the book up again and read a little bit more before bed. Currently just sat here on like one of these exercise ball type things. That's probably the most unflattering shot I've ever shot in my life, because I keep getting like pelvic pain down there when she's moving and stuff, because baby's quite low now. So I'm just sat on this, which hopefully is going to help with that pain, because it happens when I'm like sat still on the sofa and stuff. So if I'm on the ball I can sort of like rock my hips and stuff, which helps. It is Sunday now, and last night I did end up getting to page 132 of Without Merit. This book, I still don't know what it's really going to be about. Like I can't really tell if this isn't going to end up being like a romance, or is it just about family drama, or I don't really know exactly what this book is supposed to be about. Like, what's the goal of this book? Where's it going? I really don't know, so we just have to find out. But I'm gonna just sit here working on the ball and just get through a bit more of this morning, and probably a bit more later as well. Main character, the main female character in this book, Merit, has just asked her step uncle if he'll have sex with her, and also she's got a crush on her sister's boyfriend. It's a bit of a mess, this one. Their family is very, very weird. Got some messed up relationships in this family, for sure. It's now Monday, and I have been reading last night quite a lot of this actually, so I've only got a tiny little bit left. I've got, I don't know, like 60 pages left maybe, so not too much. Sorry, I don't know if this lighting's terrible. I'm sat by the window and the sun's like shining right through. There we go, that's a bit better. But this book is very bizarre. Like I still don't really know, I mean, I don't really know the point of the book still, I suppose. I don't know. I would maybe check trigger warnings going into this, because there are some very dark, deep topics such as like suicide, self-harm, things like that. So it's probably, if anything like that triggers you, maybe don't read this, because it is quite dark in that sense. I've kind of been enjoying it, but it's just not been my favourite. Like it's not been one by her that I've really loved. Not really my sort of book, if you know what I mean. Glad I have nearly finished it anyway, and then I can move on to something else. I've got a bit of a busier day today, so I will finish the book today. I don't know if I'll start anything else. I might do, I'll let you know later. So I've done a little bit of work this morning, like my art stuff. It's nearly lunchtime, so I'm just going to read for a little bit before lunch, and maybe around lunchtime, and then I've got a midwife appointment this afternoon, and I've got to go to the post office and stuff like that. And then I'll come back for dinner, and then I've got a friend coming around after dinner for a little catch up. That is my day pretty much, and then after my friend's left in the evening, I'll probably just read for a little bit then as well. So I haven't got a huge amount of reading time today, but I will get this finished because it's not going to take me that long really, is it? Ended up having my midwife appointment yesterday afternoon. It went really well, other than my blood pressure keeps going a little bit high, so I've just got to keep an eye on it, but other than that everything is looking good. So that took up quite a lot of the afternoon, and then I just chilled for a bit. And then in the evening I did then finish Without Merit by Colleen Hoover. It was okay. I gave it 3 stars. It was like an average kind of book. It did get quite dark and deep at the end. There's, as I said, there's like trigger warnings for self-harm and things like that, and suicide and depression. So it's quite a dark one. It's just a bit of a random story. Like, I just wasn't really hooked in it or anything, and it didn't like bring out any emotions in me really, which sounds horrible, but I don't know, it just wasn't her best. So 3 stars for that one. And then I wasn't sure what to read after that. I wasn't sure whether to pick up a fantasy book or something I'm kind of feeling, but I decided in the end to continue reading The Boyfriend by Freida Mcfadden, which I did start a few days ago, as I mentioned, and I am enjoying it so far. This book has like 2 timelines, and there's like a before timeline, or whatever you want to call it, where we're following a guy called Tom that started dating this girl called Daisy. He fancied her for a little while, and then they've sort of got together, and stuff's going from there. Not much has really happened in that timeline at this moment. And then the now timeline follows a girl called Sydney, who she went on a date from a dating app, and the guy turned out to be not who she thought he was, and he turned out to be some kind of creep. And then he's just very weird, and he turns up again, and she obviously doesn't want to be anywhere near him because, yeah, weird vibes. And also, she's just found her friend murdered in her friend's house. Her friend in her bed was like chopped up, so that's awful. So she's trying to figure out obviously who has murdered her best friend, and the detective who's working on the case of the murder is someone who Sydney has previously dated as well, so there's like some tension there as well. And yeah, just kind of trying to figure out who the murderer is at the moment. I have 2 theories that it could be, but I feel like they're both too obvious, so who knows, because I know Freida Mcfadden quite likes to come up with some crazy plot twists, so we'll see if there is like a massive twist at the end of this one, or if it is predictable. But I'm currently 36 of the way through this. I've been reading it just this afternoon. I haven't really done too much today, other than this morning I did a little bit of work. And then in the afternoon, my husband broke our kettle, so we went to Sainsbury's, bought a new kettle, so that was that. Other than that, really nothing much has happened today. Not really done much. I've just been sitting on my exercise ball reading this. And it's nearly dinner time, so I'll have some dinner soon, and then I might read a little bit more this evening. Well, I probably will. I'll read more this evening. There is so many men in this book, like so many different guys, so I'm getting slightly like overwhelmed by how many there are. But what if some of them are actually the same guy, like from the before timeline to the now timeline? What if some of the guys are actually the same guys? Could be, who knows. So I did get to just about halfway of The Boyfriend last night, and I am enjoying it, but I feel like it's not one of my favourites of hers so far. Like, I want to know who the murderer is, and I want to know who's behind everything, but at the same time it's not like super gripping me, like every page isn't gripping me like her books normally do. But I had a look at some of the Goodreads reviews about this book, and quite a lot of people said that after the halfway point it really picks up and there's like a massive plot twist at the end. So hopefully, now I'm halfway, hopefully it'll pick up a little bit more and I'll be a little more gripped. But yeah, I won't finish it today, I doubt it, but I'll finish it within the next couple of days. I'll potentially let you know later how much I end up reading today, or I'll just update you tomorrow with like to finish off the vlog, and let you know how far I am through this. But I'm hoping to get most of it done today anyway, because Freida Mcfadden's books are really quick and easy to get through. So hopefully later on I'll have quite a lot of reading time and I can just sit and binge this. But for now I'm just going to go do some work, because I've got quite a few bits and bobs to get done today. So yeah, I might try and update you later, I might not. We'll just see how things go and see how much I get read. But as I said, I am enjoying this book, but it's not my favourite of hers. As I said, like, yeah, it's just kind of average at the moment. And also, if you notice, I'm wearing the exact same top as I have worn in the past 2 days of this vlog, then you'd be correct, because I have. But the thing is, at the moment I've got like very limited outfits that I can fit into, and my other clothes are in the wash, so yeah, I'm kind of having to just wear this same one. I have some other clothes that are like more going out clothes, but this is like a lazing around kind of top. It's the only one I've got out of the wash at the moment, so I'm having to wear it for a few days. But That's just life at the moment. I can't help it. Look at little Olive sat there in the sun. She loves this spot. Oh, oh, look at me. Olive. Olive. She's ignoring me. Olive. Olive. She's just minding her own business. So I'm going to end this vlog here. Last night I think I ended up getting to about 70% through of The Boyfriend, and it has picked up a little bit, I must say. It's got a little bit more interesting at this point, and I don't really know how it's going to end. I have obviously some theories in mind, but not too sure. So for my final rating and final thoughts on that book, you'll have to wait till my February wrap-up comes out. Don't know when, if that will be up before this video or if this video will be up before that one. I don't know, just have to wait and see. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that video. So basically, just to wrap up, within this video I finished reading Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. I can't remember what I gave this, like 3.5 stars or 3.75 stars, I think, something like that. I did enjoy it, but not as much as all her other ones, because I've read all of her like full-length novels now at this point, and this was my worst one out of all of them, I'd say, but it still was good. It was good still. And then after I read Life's Too Short, I moved on to Without Merit by Colleen Hoover, and I gave this a 3 stars. It was okay, but just wasn't my favourite of hers, and didn't really connect to any of the characters. It was a bit of a random book. Like, I didn't really know where the story was going or anything. It was quite dark in places as well, like to do with mental health and stuff, but yeah, just not my favourite. And then obviously The Boyfriend by Freida Mcfadden, which I'm currently reading now. So as I said, keep your eyes peeled for my final review and thoughts on that, which will be in my February wrap up at some point. Hope you enjoyed coming along with me throughout this week, where I've just been sort of working from home, chilling, doing odds and ends, a few appointments and whatever, and trying to just read whenever I feel like it. So yeah, I'm kind of getting quite a bit of reading done at the moment, which is quite nice because I've got a little bit more spare time. But obviously baby could technically arrive any minute now, so I don't really want to like make too many plans and stuff. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give the video a like if you did, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye for now.